So what we have left essentially is getting all the locations explored and just finish up the research. Everything else is pretty much done. After that point, it's just running everything for as long as you can. What? There is a force of raiders coming? Really? I don't remember I stopped there, so I was off for a week and I didn't notice, so it seems that we have some raiders coming in, and that means I need to free up some people for defense. Fortunately, we do have the resources needed, and we do have the ammunition that's needed. I don't know if this is gonna be enough, but it should do the trick. Hopefully the damages of them won't be too high. So they're gonna be coming from the north. There they are. No, those are piggies. Well, where are the raiders? Is this a glitch? Well, I'm gonna observe it and we'll see. So what's left? We have the expeditions left to do, and we have the research left to do. I think some of the things changed since I last played. The water reserves have just dropped significantly. Are we in the... No, there is water. I just decreased the amount of water carriers because I was expecting an attack. However, the attack did not come. So we're gonna just free that up and get the water carriers to do their job. That should do the trick. Increase this. Farmers, we do have enough food. Kind of low in water. Just gonna monitor. So we do have a warning that the attack is coming from here, but it doesn't say when. I don't know why the water is dropping so fast. It shouldn't. Might be because we have over 200 people, but we have plenty of people working on it. Also, why is this contaminated? Ah yeah, because of the rain. But aren't you supposed to be closed when there is medium contamination of rain there? Did some things change? No? So fields... Ah, okay, so I'm okay with medium contaminated rainwater. That's fine. Because that gets cleaned by the decontamination plant. So that's fine. That's not a problem then. So I don't know if this attack is actually coming or not. So I'm just gonna ignore it for the time being. We are making ammunition, so that's fine. Okay, so we do need to get... plenty of children there. Let me check. Are all the dead bodies cleaned up? Almost. There's a few still lying on the ground, but that's gonna be taken care of. So where is my expedition? There it is. Okay, so we do want to send an expedition out. There are a few locations left to explore, and there is a few bits of research we want to do. So this is a corner shop here, so let's configure an expedition. So it doesn't say anything about what kind of skill is needed for this. So... why can't I... Oh, this expedition might be a bit special. Yeah, that one seems to be special because I can... No, I can't... Oh, I have to first select some people. Okay. I forgot about a few things because I haven't played for a while. So we don't know what's gonna be waiting for us there, but since there aren't any specific requirements, I'm just gonna put that and send the guys off. Now, research. The HUD changed since a little bit. Now the research is on the right side. We do have a bunch of research we need to do, but only a few of those are actually worth it. And what we need... What was this? Oh, okay, so this is for Giver Expedition, so we probably do that. We can do the Sturdy House as well. There's only a few things that are actually worth in the tech tree. The tech tree is... That's something I commented before. The game, as good as it is, it reaches that point of, okay, there's nothing left to do, quite sooner than similar games. So it's not as expansive as some games are. It does need some mid to late game content increase. Right now it just doesn't have it. Doesn't mean that it doesn't have any mid-end game content, it just means that what there is very limited. You don't really have much motivation to proceed after you reach a certain point. At this point, I've pretty much developed everything I could. I have everything including electricity and defenses. There isn't any risk of immediate doom or anything like that. We are generally getting along well, the people are happy, and I'm playing on normal difficulty, so it's not really that difficult. I mean, games like Frostpunk, to which I compare this game the most with, they actually have a campaign mode in where you have a specific set of scenarios to defeat. And then there is the endless mode, to which this would be the most comparable thing too. But in the endless mode in Frostpunk, you do have quite a number of things that you need to complete, and there is always a steady stream of events and difficulties so that you have to fight against, and you have to manage your people more closely. That's something that this game would benefit from, because right now you can't really manage that many things. I mean, you can manage your people quite in detail, but if you think about it, you're just switch them around. There aren't any difficulties. Now, I don't know if increased events do change that. I would also recommend that there should be a more detailed statistics page that shows how much you're gaining versus losing. This isn't as effective as again, I'm going to compare it to Frostpunk. In Frostpunk, on the statistics screen, you do have production per day and usage per day. So it tells you, see, so this now tells you if the population is stagnating, decreasing, or increasing, which is a good thing. No, I don't know, I think this attack just got glitched out and it's not actually coming. Either that or it's gonna come later. Let me check how is... yes, we do have to clean up some contamination because there was some rain falling. So we will... Oh, this is an increase. Okay. So there is now an overview for this. Okay, oh, okay, so you can group upgrade when you have a bigger place. That's nice, that's very nice. Did they change anything regarding this? Not really. Again, the only thing I would appreciate if they added was a way to edit your priorities.
It's true. Light. Maybe we'll run into somebody.
Don't get shot, please. Okay, so we got an extra settler and some resources. Resources. Actually, we got more from this building than I thought we would. Max out. Excellent, we managed to get... Oh, we didn't. There's some cloth left, so we're gonna have to come back for this. Loot and return. Safe trip home. Okay, so electronics produced 30, metal produced 30. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit problematic because we don't have any storage room left for those. Also, I would need to increase the limit on that because we're pretty much at the limits, but we are continuously making use of those. So that might actually be okay. Now you still have 5. You're making sulfur and you are pretty much at the top of making sulfur, and you're making coal, and we have plenty of coal, so we're good on that. And this is pretty much topped, so I could make another warehouse. Are we making tools? Well, we're yeah. So this is one thing I want them to fix. When there is a mission that requires you to build stuff, if you're pretty much stocked, you can't build them. So either make it so that the mission auto-completes if you already have that, or allow some way to stock those individually, or just create a separate build queue for that or something. Because the only way I can do this now is if I increase the production levels for all of these items. Which I can do. In fact, I will. So I need 30 more electronics. So how about you make 30 more electronics? There's no need for that, it's just stocking up more, but the only way to actually finish this is to do that. We do have the scrap, so that's not a problem. We will need to move the scrap collection. This is the scrap catcher, so this is constantly making new scrap. You have 200 scrap there, so we could just get you there to collect scrap. One settler is contaminated, that's probably because of this, but they are cleaning up the contamination quite effectively. I don't know if this was changed, but it does seem to go a bit faster than it used to. Also, that might just be my imagination, to be honest. Did our expedition guys return? I think they did. Okay then. Now this place still has some things to do, so I'm gonna send a few more people over there. Okay, so that should be it. We're actually quite well prepped for everything. Nobody is really in any need. We have one person that needs decontamination, but that's gonna be settled in now I could switch. I can't make iodine tablets yet. I also need to mine iodine when that becomes available. Now this place is contaminated, but that's fine. Power wise we should be good. We are, for the most part, I think. seem to be... Well, there is a... We might need another battery. Might not be a bad idea. Right now it does seem to be that 2 batteries are sufficient for the amount of people we have currently. We don't get too much more than 200. We're kind of hovering around 200. It seems to be that the game reaches this equilibrium at that point between the amount of children you have that can grow up at the same time and then people that are dying. So when you reach that point, it seems to just hover around that number. I think you can increase it. I know that there are ways that you can increase your birth rate, but naturally you increase your birth rate just because of the happiness. Also, I think that people are quite happy in their houses as well. So most of the residential areas that actually birth children,
the
they are
catastrophe
happy.
showed where we made our mistakes. Progress is a path that leads astray. My visions have shown me a different place. Let's join forces and heal. It's the only path there is.
Okay, so you
Will you
are the
support
attack.
us, or will you oppose us?
Okay, so let's see. Pay tributes. What do you want? Well, I can give you coal. Okay, so scrap seems to be something he likes. Plastics as well. All of these things are easily... There you go. Go away.
I may be blind.
Okay, you want me to build a wind turbine. Yeah, sure, why not? Not that we really need it, but won't hurt. This... Okay. So we paid the guy off, so he leaves us alone. There is a drought, but the drought is only coming in 2 seasons. We didn't give the guy any food. We did give him a bunch of wood and scrap, which is fine, because those resources we can easily accumulate again, as well as plastics and electronics. We have plenty of scrap, so that can be easily replenished. It's better than fighting. I'm actually not very keen on fighting, for a very simple reason that there is very little you can do about it. So these watchtowers, they're pretty much your only defense. You can also build barricades, but that's really not that efficient. When the raiders come, if they run through this, they start losing morale and they start losing health and they're still getting killed. But that's pretty much the extent of what you can do. So it's not really the best system. I would appreciate a more controllable way of both getting like something like it is in RimWorld. That would be a better system where you can actually manage your defenses more in detail.
Maybe we'll run into somebody.
Loot, just bring this stuff back. Okay, now I'm gonna immediately set up the next expedition. Doctor's office. Oh, I can't? Seriously? Ah, I was certain that I could. Oh well. One person is unhappy. Why are you unhappy? What bothers you? Well, I don't see anything wrong with you, and you don't seem to be in need for anything, so why are you unhappy? That's another thing that this game needs to be a work on. If you're having unhappy settlers or something, it needs... Okay, there goes a pandemic. An epidemic has broken. Okay, so there are quite a few bodies out there that need to be taken care of. I might need more morticians. There we go. That's more morticians. Because I think that the diseases are breaking up because there's corpses in the streets. Okay, you can deselect now the sick people. There's plenty of medicine. I shouldn't really be concerned because we can provide health services to 100 people with 2 medical posts. So that's fine. Do we have? I would actually like to increase my population. See, I'm already back with all the resources that we've spent to pay a tribute to that guy. And I would rather not lose any settlers to raiders. One more season before we run into a drought, but we have plenty of water reserves, so we should be fine. It's only a single season of drought. That last rain receded a bit of the contamination, but our average contamination is non-existent. And we have 3 knowledge, so we can do some research. So let's do some research. I could do the upgraded warehouse. I could do the upgraded mining tunnel. Oh, we got the level 5 research. Good, good. Electric water pump. I think that's what we're gonna do. That only needs 1 knowledge? That's excellent. Pipe system. Walls and electric water pump can place closer to each other without working areas mutually influencing. Okay, so this is just for productivity. So let's get the water pump first of all. Now, as always, research does take resources, but we have plenty, so that's not a problem. At this point, I'm not really concerned about resources. Not at all, to be honest. We're good. Where are you guys? When are you returning? Okay, so this is a lumber resource. Let's move you over here. The expedition has returned. Perfect. They brought back the resources. Let's move them immediately to the next location. So we need somebody who is a medic, an education. Okay, so you, and somebody who is good with metals. Oh, tools. Those are the tools that are needed. There we go. Okay, so there could be quite a number of things there. So let's put 10 action points in that, and now just put some settlers in. I want to take settlers because that way I'm not taking anybody away from a job. However, we don't have that many settlers available at the moment. So I might actually want to look into increasing the birth rate. And the way that you can do that is through the forum. If I remember where I put the forum. That's another thing I would say about this game, is that while the design of the game is very detailed and nice, the buildings kind of blend into each other. As you can see, there is quite a little differentiation of what is what. So it would be better off if the buildings were more unique, and there are ways of doing that. Again, I'm going to compare it to Frostpunk, where you have a similar scale when you're looking at things, and you can clearly, even from a distance, see what building is what. just because of its design and size being different to everything surrounding it. So even if you put similar buildings next to each other, you can still see clearly what is what. Now, what I was going to look for, the drought has begun. It's fine. I'm not even turning these guys off anymore because there's no point. We're always good on resources now. We will be starting to lose water now quite rapidly as the drought begins. Now, why is this still not built? Oh, it wants me to build 3 wind turbines. Okay. Now it built it. Okay, it wants me to build 3 of them though. Well, 3 more of them anyway. There you go. Is there a point to this? Well, no, but I'm gonna build them anyway. There you go. There's still almost 2.5 seasons left for them to build it, so there's plenty of time. Extra power in the power grid will not hurt, especially during night times when there is no solar power. Now, I was looking into the birth. There's the form. So, can we will not banish elderly. We will not. Oh, I don't have. Oh, I was almost positive that there was a way to increase the birth rate, but it's only the way to decrease it. You can use decrease to manipulate your people into doing specific things, but there's a sandstorm. A sandstorm is gonna reseed all the bloody. It reseeded all the bloody radiation in the soil, but also it damaged buildings. We do have plenty of resources to fix the buildings, so that itself isn't a problem. And I'm gonna put in 2 more builders to speed it up. And also, tell the settlers to start now digging up all this radiation. This is one task I wish you could also automate, so that you don't have to tell them specifically, listen, the soil is radioactive, could you go and clean it up? Let's think, this game does have magnificent potential, but at the same time it is quite limited in a few things, which is unfortunate. Because the longevity of the game depends on its flexibility and its richness of options, and there just aren't that many in the game, to be honest. What there is beautiful and it's great, but there is plenty of room for improvement. Now, I did read that they are preparing a large update by the end of the year, so we will see what happens then and there.
We've arrived at the location, Chief.
Okay. Doctor's office. Okay. I do love this exploration system. Okay. So the 6 settlers are quite unhappy because they saw a bunch of corpses on beds, but yeah, that kind of comes with the territory. What did you expect to find in a ruined hospital? We could scavenge the bodies, but we won't feel too good about it. Okay. What's on the upper floor? Some cloth and some. Okay. Max it out. There we go. Perfect. And just enough to get everything home. 6 people are contaminated, probably because of the rain.